Hello everybody and welcome back to the labs. I am Toasty and thank you for joining me here on another episode of ResonantRise. Oh yeah, I'm having so much fun with this pack. I hope you guys had a good Christmas. I hope you enjoyed the Christmas Blitz. That should be out now and done, and I hope you had time to watch it all, even though it probably would have taken you most of your Christmas. So I actually hope you didn't watch it all on Christmas Day, but were able to spend some time with your families and just have some fun. As is the norm, we are logging in here. A few things have changed, and we're just trying to get our world to load around us. We are now on ResonantRise 3.2. Experimental. I believe it's still experimental anyways. And just updated the pack, and again, this is the second update in a row with a Forge update, which, gotta say, the guys at GG Servers are doing something right. This is a great server, and I'm just so happy because when I hosted it myself and tried a few different things, the servers always ran well. I always just have a little bit of issues when I log in like this, but other than that, it runs great. Servers, yeah, they always, what is my, hold on. Let's get that going. Servers always run really well, or this one has been anyways, and on top of all that, we've got, what is going on? As I'm trying to explain how good the servers are, I'm noticing there are a few issues. No, but updating is always really easy and smooth in there. Once you get used to their file system, that was probably the hardest thing for me to do in getting used to their the way their server runs was getting used to the way that they have their file system set up, where you have to put the jar mods and stuff like that, or the server mod files and everything. Anyways, not what I plan on talking about. So if you're looking for a server this time of year and you want to have some fun with some friends, check out GG Servers. They're really good prices and really powerful, and they're great. So Merry Christmas to them as well. Aside from that, we got a couple things going on. You may notice a few particle effects around me. Right now I have a warp ward from my lovely spa that I've been working on. Come on, world, do your thing. There we go. So as you can see, we got us the makings of a spa. This is a fancy kind of water. It's a purifying fluid that I have an arcane spa, which I put bath salts in and water. And as long as this arrow is green, it'll mix the two things together and pump it and fill this 5x5 area. I'm just working on getting some more salt, actually. In order to get salt, you need to use the Arcane Alembic, or the Thaumatorium here, with some Salus Mundus, and you'll get some purifying bath salts in these aspects. Now, this one is a little tedious to get right now. I don't really have a way of automating that yet. So what we need is a bit of nether wart and a bit of glowstone, and we're going to get some gold nuggets. There's some glass in there, apparently. And you saw my melons up there as I was flying around. We're going to get some melon slices as well. All right. So, and we're going to make us a few potions. So we'll do that. Get those going. The healing potions have this item on it. So does milk, or this aspect. So does milk. I'm sure there are other things, but for right now, I only know what vanilla items have them on it and what Buildcraft items do, and I don't really have quick and easy access to those items. So that's something that I have been working on a little bit on and off. Haven't really changed anything over here. I have done a bit of research since we last parted. So one of which was obviously the all the bathing stuff, the purifying bath salts, the sanitizing soap, and the arcane spa to help with my warp issues. And I've also done the research for this because I needed some of the aspects from that. So you can see that I've been doing a bit of work with Buildcraft. I finally unlocked the Eldritch tab, which you just need enough warp. And the only way for me to do that was to start researching my way through the Apocrypha here from Forbidden Magic, I think, which has some interesting things in it. I might actually have to get a bit further into this. So I've been doing some of the research in there, not a lot of it, but that's what pushed me over the edge. So I don't really understand how you're supposed to get it. Maybe it's just altered because I have mods on, so it requires more warp. I don't really know. But that's how I got it. So this, I did all of the Thaumic research that I could find that was available that had warp or was from Forbidden Knowledge. And then I started in the Thaumic Tinkering one. And I didn't really find any in here that was hugely helpful. The Cursed Spirit's Blade had some warp on it. That was about it. And then I went into the Apocrypha. So if you want to do it at home, that's how you guys can figure that out. Eventually, though, you get enough warp built up, and it will unlock the Eldritch tab, where I've researched the Sanity check, which is a pretty easy infusion recipe. I've got the Wand Focus, the Primal. I've researched Void Metal in all of its forms that I know of, Advanced Essential Storage, which I won't be using, and, of course, the new Wand Caps. And there is another thing here that I'm trying to unlock, and that's what I've been doing today. Let's just see here. Whoa, did I never put that in? Oh, I know I had that out. So let's just, I got a couple things going on right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm making more of my fancy alloy. Like so. And I'm working on smashing up some Cinnabar in the pulverizer here. So that's obviously moved around a bit. What's next? Shoot, I need the melons. There they are. So, when I go for a swim in that bath salt there, it does in fact give me this warp ward protection. The reason I need that is because I have finally managed to find myself a Thaumic thing, as I spelled it there. Let me just grab a jar of Potentia before I take off here. I've just been cooking stuff down into aspects as much as I can, and it's just trying to keep things up and going there. So let's just fly on over here, and I'll show you guys what I've been working with. I probably should have clicked that so I knew where I was going. But yeah, so I hope you guys had a good Christmas. It is, I'm not doing my Christmas stuff till this coming Sunday, so I've got a few days. I'm waiting for some family to come down. Still don't know what the wife got me or anything like that. So I am excited to figure that out. It's just been a nice relaxing day. My super busy season is over. So I've got one more thing to do that should take about, well, travel time included to get to the office, to do it, and to get back is about an hour and a half total. So hopefully that's all I have left to do tomorrow, and then my season's like really over, and I get a couple days here just to relax, and then back to the normal grind of things, and hopefully that means a bit of normalness for the channel as well. So, and it means hopefully the server will be at a point where I can get a few more folks playing on it. I'm not really looking to do like any huge co-op series, but just having a community to play with that's similar to like the Hermits or the Forgecraft community, just guys that all play, they do their own thing and are able to have fun and do some co-op stuff every once in a while. And yeah, it would just be that's kind of what I'm hoping for. The server is feeling pretty robust right now. We've got big plans for our base, and I'm hoping that works really well. Oh, I'm about to run out of my potential. This is why I always bring more. I think I already checked this one. No, I did not. Sweet, got some thaumium. We'll always take that. Some unknown dimlets. Yeah, we'll take some binding and some iridium and some music discs. The rest of that can stay. So that was awesome. I did not expect that at all. I thought I would have already grabbed that. It is getting nighttime, which is not ideal. So, can I sleep on a tree? Yep. I can sleep on a tree. So yeah, they've updated Forge again. They've just done a few updates. There are no new mods right now. Unfortunately, I was really hoping that in the next update that Technomagy would have been updated and out, but it's not yet, so I can't work on that. So I got a few things that I got in mind for builds. One of which is something I kind of started working on, where I'm going to move the bulk of my power system over to the middle of the base, like the middle of the area that I plan on being my base. All right, here we are. See this guy? This is our friendly neighborhood Eldritch Guardian, who can cause warp on you. He's got some runic armor there, if you saw. See, I've gained some temporary warp. I don't know what is required of you to lose temporary warp. I don't know if that'll just happen over time, but that's why I have been keeping the salts with me, or the bass stuff. These guys, if you're not ready, can be kind of hard to kill. I usually try to take down their armor, their runic shielding with my lightning there, and then finish them off with my sword. My understanding of this was that, okay, hold on. I gotta change some settings here in a second. I was really just hoping that these guys would, over time, one of them would drop a particular book. Let's get up and out of the way for a second. But if we look at Thaumcraft, I believe we'll find us 2 books, I think. Here's one. Obviously our Thaumonomicon. Now I thought there was another. Yes, the Crimson Rites. Currently it is disabled, which I am just now realizing. But if I can find some Crimson Knights, they're supposed to drop it? Maybe it'll just unlock when I pick it up, because it looks like the clicking part is actually disabled. I'm not really sure. But I'm trying to get it so that I can get some Eldritch Eyes. I think they're enabled. And then the other things I would love to get is a Void Thaumaturge's set. I don't know how to make the Void Fortress armor yet. Or like this stuff here, that would be awesome. I'd also wouldn't mind learning what these are, but I believe what they'll allow me to do is really upgrade a few things. And I don't know if these are mob drops only, but that's kind of where I want to go with the Thaumcraft stuff right now. So I've been killing these guys with the hopes that they will eventually drop something that I want. But I don't really know if they will. Let me show you a few things that I've done though. I have gotten the primal charge wand, or primal wand focus, which is pretty cool. Wow, skadoosh! Just is a cool blast of energy, and it's a little confusing, and it takes kind of a random amount of V. So that's kind of annoying. But other than that, it is really, really neat. But I'm right now. Oh, is that like a ghost? No, it's just the way that it loads far away. That's cool. Nothing. So I don't even know if they drop those eyes. It doesn't look like they would. I think there's a mod that's supposed to tell me that. Oh. Yes, okay, I kept it. So let's head back to base here, and we'll come back and I'll explain to you guys what I want to do. Okay, so we're back at base, and here we are. This is what I'd like to do. I've been clearing out a bit of space under here, and I kind of marked the center with some different style bricks. Very cool. And we're just going to finish clearing out this area, and probably this layer here, but I haven't quite decided if I want it 3 or 4 high in this spot. And then we'll throw an elevator down somewhere in here. I've got them made already, I just don't know where to put them. Oops. Once that's done, I'll start moving my power system, this guy over here. Now that's going to be interesting to do because my residual power storage is actually built into the system, right? So we are going to lose a lot of power rather quickly. So we'll have to take a look at how we want to do that, but I'm going to need to connect the power from there to here, because that's just going to be the start, which is why I'm making up a bunch of this alloy. Right? So that's why I was making up a bunch of this. Then the other reason is I needed more of these fancy fluid conduits because I need to collect some mob essence. Let's go down here. We'll run over to our area here, and we'll see that I have this very, very, very oddly designed like poop storage system, and that was never intended to be poop storage. I accidentally put it down there. I wasn't really sure what I was thinking, but it was not what I had in mind. So we've got us a drum here, and I think I'm actually going to disable these. let's just drain the poop out of them for now, and then we'll actually pick them up. Quiet up there. Okay. Let's put some of this away. Man, this is slow. I might not even wait for this. Yeah, we're not gonna wait there. I don't really need all this poop. It's just, you know, when you do need it, you never have it. So I gotta save it. There we go. Okay. So now here's what we're gonna do. If I do this, I should be able to extract the same stuff. But what it'll allow me to do is hopefully grab both the mob essence and the poop at one time. And so we'll put the poop on one, and we'll put the not poop on the other, I guess. I wonder if I have a bucket with me. I do. I should be able to throw this guy here. Take a bucket of poop out and insert it with this filter. Okay. And then take that there, yeah, and that's what I'm going to want. And I want to insert it. Let's put this up. Let's just add, I don't know if this is filtering the wrong way or not. Or if this is saying if this is a whitelist or a blacklist, I don't really know. So hopefully we find out soon. This should start to build up if it's not with at least sewage, right? So, but that looks okay. It looks like it's doing its job. So now I know I've got a bit of mob essence. Not a lot, and I can use this guy, the Eldritch Guardian, hopefully, and just make a little mob farm out of them and see what we come up with. That'll give us a few things. But first I need to make a room for that. So for now, we'll pack up some of this. Let me go put this back down. Actually, I wasn't thinking about that. Okay. So that's awesome. And then in moving my power system, I'm going to have to worry about a couple things. One is the consumption, creation, what I need for my rocket fuel. So I want to expand this system. I know I'm going to need a lot of seeds, and I am making a surplus of seeds, so I should be okay. I'm making a surplus of sugar. I'm actually making a surplus of everything but redstone. And I don't know if there's a way to make redstone with Buildcraft, like there is mana infusion. I can do it with Botania. I might have to get into that. I don't want to just like, I'm going to try to avoid using magical crops. I want to try and manufacture it with Buildcraft or other magics or some other way. We have no bath salts. What? Oh yeah, I was making these. So that's something that I have to figure out what to do with. Let's actually pull some redstone out of here and see what happens if I put you in here. Oh, no, I can't do that yet. Let's do this first. Healing potion, 6 each we'll get from this. I've added some acceleration cards into these. I actually think I'm going to remove these alembics and hopefully add a single fully upgraded acceleration card and see how that helps. And I think, I don't really know how it works because it says that you can have filters and you can expand the filters, and I'm pretty sure the filters are just based on vials, but I don't really see the point in that right now. I don't know. So what I'd like to do is have a whole system over here for my power gen, and as much as possible I'd like the automation for it to not really require a whole lot of power. But if I can do it the way I'd like to, I will, in fact, need a way. Are we seriously out of that already? There's no way. There's no way it just made one. Oh, that sucks. Oh, no, it's coming. It's coming. It's just taking its time. Well, I made 2. That's terrible. Well, still, I'll put these in. Awesome. I'm going to have to clean myself up. I do have a bit of temporary warp here. That little like extra piece coming off of it looks like it's there we go, bit better. An arid texture. Okay, so what happens if I put some redstone in here? It'll make red crystal. I don't really want it to make red crystal. Huh. Well, let me see. I thought there was a way for me to do this. I have a lot of work to do. I'll have to get into some golem work as well, because I want to have a small tree farm that doesn't take any power to fuel the creation of, or one of these guys, and then a small AE system to pull into it so I can duplicate quartz and start that going. I'm going to work on a few things, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back, and I've been doing a bit of work, and I kind of want to show off what's been going on. I just finished, actually, it's been about a day. And yesterday evening, when I paused my recording here, I finished doing a couple things. And I got Wolf on the server here. So if you remember, if you watched Monsauce at all, you'll know that there is another person flying around known as Wolf, and he is on the server now, setting up his base. Don't know if he'll be doing any recording or anything anytime soon, but we'll be doing some collabs with him every once in a while. But so that's been set up, and I just kind of want to show you guys what I've done. So I've done a bit of work. Obviously, you see there's some elevator blocks here, and I'll show that off in a minute. But the first thing I want to show you is, see that little blue torch over there? Anybody want to take a guess as to what that is? That would be a time torch. So this is something I was really looking forward to getting into. I also set up the osmotic enchanter, finally. These took forever and ever and ever to find. So I'll go over what this is in a minute, but just know if you want to set up the osmotic enchanter, start exploring your world some. Anyways, so the time torch is something I was really excited to get into. It's from the mod called Torcherino, which adds this single item known as the time torch, and it has been inspired by the time torch from Darkcraft. So if you remember 1.6.4, Darkcraft was a really big deal, and we had this, oh yeah, you'll notice my power system's gone. And it was amazing, but it was really hard on servers. So the Torcherino mod re-adds the time torch, but in a server-friendly way. The time torch is awesome. So I've got one set up down here as well. So here we go. What you do, let me roll up my sleeves a little. To use the time torch is you right click and you shift right click. So once you put the time torch down, you can left or right click on it and it changes a radius mode. I have mine set to 3 by 3 by 3. All right. And so as you can see, you can go from 3 by whatever to 9 by 3 by 9. So that's a pretty big area. And then if you shift right click, you can change the speed at which it increases the tick rate up to 400%. So you can see how this would be really handy for things like farms. Now, in order to keep this somewhat safe from being too overpowered, it doesn't work on tile entities. And if you're not familiar with what that means, a tile entity is pretty much anything with an inventory or any functioning block. So stones are not tile entities, but redstone furnaces, crystal growth chambers, elevators, you know, they have inventories. It's pretty safe to say it's tile entity if it has an inventory. If it doesn't have an inventory but it performs a function, for example, day blooms from day blooms from what mod is it? Botania. that generate mana, those are tile entities. So Time Torch will not speed up their function. The Darkcraft Time Torch actually used to, and it caused a lot of problems, and it was really overpowered and things. So these only work on the tick rate in the area. So there's 20 ticks, Minecraft ticks in a second, and if you increase that by 400%, you can see how that will be very effective. And a lot of things operate, everything in Minecraft operates on a tick basis, including how quickly animals regrow their skin, on how quickly wheat grows. So I have this time torch set up, and all it is in this 3x3 area. I had it set up in a 7x7 for the middle here, or a 9x9, I can't remember. And I actually got too much wheat too fast, and this farm cannot really keep up with that. It would just clear it out. It was crazy. So in this 3x3 area, I grow wheat fairly quickly, and that was so I could switch from seeds to wheat for my power production. And within about 10 minutes, I had over 5,000 wheat, and this has not been increasing very quickly. Within about an hour, I had over 20,000, so I've actually turned it down to 400% or less. I don't even remember what that's on right now, but I actually don't think it is 400% in a 3x3 area, and I can probably afford to turn that down. And remember, that is surplus to the breeding that comes from here. So that's awesome. Now, the Osmotic Enchanter. The Osmotic Enchanter is from Thaumic Tinkerer, and what you do is you take your wand, you stick it in here, and you take the tools you want to enchant, and you put them in here. So let's see. Do I have anything that I can enchant? I don't think this is enchantable at all. No, it's not. I don't know why I even remotely tried that. Let's see here. I don't have anything in my inventory that's enchantable except maybe these shears. I don't think shears are enchantable normally. Yeah, so what would happen is when you put it in here, it would pop up with the possible enchants. And then it uses the V from your wand to enchant them. I'll find something and show that off in a bit. In order for that to work, you have to have these pillars with Natura on the top of them. They can be 2 to 12 blocks high, but they have to have these totems. And obsidian totems can only be found in the world. Like, you can't craft these that I know of. So get exploring. That took forever. All right, so let's move down here. So I've done a bit of work on the substructure of our main base facility. So we've got our Tyrian block with our laboratory walls. And we've moved our power gen over here. So this is a couple of blocks back here thick. And basically it's a nice and easy way to expand it any direction right now and not have it stick into the majority of this room. But I'm going to be working on expanding this a lot. Then on top of this, we've got our tons of gunpowder, tons of redstone pumping away, and we've got our wheat, which is producing 3 times to 1 time sugar, which is the only option here for hooch. I do plan on at least doubling this production now that I have a massive surplus of everything except redstone, but I have a method for that, which we'll get into maybe next episode, maybe in a couple. So we're putting out the redstone flux. We upgraded to, it used to be 80 MJ per tick possibility. Now we've upgraded to 160 possibility. We're not producing anywhere near that, but we will be very soon. Oh boy. Oh no. My wand. So this is a problem that I've been having recently with the way that my warp has been affecting me. Where's our shock? Let's get our shock out. Wait, is this frost or shock? This is shock. All right, let's take out I got this little underground passage here. Where's our friend at? Oh yeah. Take it, son. Get some. Booyah shaka. Awesome. So that's been happening a lot recently. My sanity hasn't gone up at all, or down at all. Sorry, up at all. My insanity. I've been keeping an eye on it, but I'm not just at that point where that is the problems that I come up with. I did learn a lot about the things that I was looking for in Thaumcraft that aren't in this version is all. I think in the next version they'll probably be released there in the Patreon beta version. So I think what I want to do to start, because I'm going to be doing a lot of work down here, is to get a V relay in that vicinity, as well as possibly do some work enchanting and finishing enchanting my my wand cores just in case, because this should be starting to fill up pretty good. Yeah, it's getting there for sure. We'll just hold on to that really quick. One thing that I do need to worry about right now is this fog will go away in a moment. I need to clear out this mountain if I want to start the production of the main base area, which, as we remember, is a very large dome. Thunk, right? So that's going to be a big project. This is ground level right here. I believe is what I decided ground level would be. Maybe even right here. No, it is actually, this is going to be ground level that I'm on right now. So I don't have to clear out all of this stuff, but I do have to clear out like from here up. So that'll be fun to work on. But I think that I'm going to pause the video here and then take care of a couple things and we'll be right back. I think it's time for me to make a builder's wand. That's going to benefit us a lot in the next little bit as we begin to work on our big base. I need to go get a soul of some poor creature. Probably not a creeper. There's a cow. That'll work. And so yeah, I think a builder's wand is going to benefit us greatly. Nope, nope, nope. Come into my little bottle here. Okay, and so I was kind of flying around here trying to figure out a spot to do this at, and I think this will work really well. It won't be able to spread too far, and most of the mobs should be relatively contained. What on earth was that? All right, so this should be good if I just right-click on this guy. We're ready to go. So as soon as the sacrifice is available to be made, I will be making it with this poor cow. And so we'll be able to make our builder's wand with it, and I'm going to show you something that used to work, and it may or may not work this time. I'm really hoping it does. But it used to be that you could do multiples of these at one time. Now, we're not quite at midnight. We're not far away. If you are looking at the moon and you look straight up, you kind of see, you stop straight up, and that's roughly midnight. So a little bit before the moon hits this point, it'll be time for us to make to do this activation ritual. I'm not overly worried about dying in this case. I do have some good ritual or some runic protection, not a huge amount, but I think that's something I'm going to want to look into. I'm going to try and runic these guys a little bit. You do require some experience for that and a lot of essence, but I am cooking up a lot of Precantatio now, which is one of the big ones that I need, and then I'm going to throw in a bunch of leather because that's another big one, and I need stuff that comes from leather. To try and get these guys up a little bit so they're a bit more effective. And then eventually I'll put the Thaumium Fortress plate on, because I think next episode we're going to try and get a flying ring now that we have this as well. What the heck was that? Was that... I guess I'm going to blame warp for that. Lots of strange things have been happening because of warp. Stupid warp. All right. Come on, moon. So next episode, what we'll do, we're going to end it with this activation ritual here. We'll make us some division sigil stuff. And I'm going to take a look at what our music disc situation is at. I have been collecting a lot of them. And if it's enough, we might even do the pseudo-inversion sigil, which would make all 5 of these moot, but I'll give them to people as they join the server. Come on, come on, come on. The pseudo-inversion sigil is an upgraded version of this, which has no durability. So we're definitely going to need that when we get into AE auto-crafting. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Come on, moon, let's finish this episode out. But either way, I do want to... I'm done with refilling this, and it doesn't give us that much protection. I don't like the way my armor looks with just that little guy on there. All right, we're ready. And there we go. What? Now I have a shovel, or I might have given it away, but I used to have a shovel with Silk Touch. Now I don't anymore, so I should be able to swap out this for shock. And once these guys are gone, What on earth? He's throwing TNT at me. I'm trying to pick up a bit of it. I really just need 1 or 2, to be honest. Did I get any from that? I did not. Stop blowing up my thing. Let's get a few of them while I am okay for some reason. Alright, that's good enough for me. I will keep this just in case. And as for this, we'll get out of here for now. And there we go. I've got 5 active division sigils. So that'll be all for this episode, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave me a comment or a subscribe or a like or something like that. It does help the channel to grow and help us to make more of this. Until next time, though, I have been Toasty. Hang up your lab coats on the way out, and I will see you guys later. Deuces!